to get up now. I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, "I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore!"
You and I have a rendezvous with destiny. We'll preserve for our children this, the last best hope of man on earth, or we'll sentence them to take the last step into 1,000 years of darkness. Faith that you and I have the ability and the dignity and the right to make our own decisions and determine our own destiny.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Smyth Radio. Your host, Brian Smith, giving you all the updates of last night. While you were sleeping, I stayed up all night long researching, doing all the detailed work that most of you can't do just because you're sleeping and you got work, you got things you got to do this afternoon. So I'm giving you the details and the updates of all that was breaking last night so that when you get to work this morning, you'll know exactly what you're talking about. People will say something to you and you'll tell them, "Oh, I know exactly what that's all about because I heard it on Smyth Radio." Follow us on Twitter at Smyth Radio, SMYTH. Also, you can friend us, like us, and rate us, please. 5 stars, if you will, on Facebook.com/Smyth Radio. Follow a good friend of ours, really good friend that we're trying to help support on Twitter, at Trumpocrats, TRUMPOCRATES, at Trumpocrats. They are former Democrats who have moved over and are voting Trump. There was an interview last night on Fox where I guess the guru, the leader, the guy who set this all up, this super PAC, he says they've signed 1 million Democrats voting for Trump. 1 million. I know it sounds amazing. It sounds incredible. It sounds like an awful lot. We are 26 days out from the election. Tactically, we're 25 days, 18 hours, 18 minutes, and 31 seconds away from the election of 2016. Oh, real quick, I just thought of this. Oh, in Ohio, yesterday was the start of Ohio for early voting. I'm telling you what, Twitter is just criminal. Media outlets are criminal, and I'll get into that here in a second. Twitter is just absolutely criminal. Last night, there was a hit piece article. Well, it was a gush article gushing over Twitter and interviewed Twitter. And the article got into the details and the nitty-gritty to where Twitter thinks that they can gauge who's winning the early voting in Ohio based upon tweets. They even say it's unconventional. I'm going to say it's more than unconventional. I'm going to say it's criminal because Twitter doesn't make this information public to where you and I can actually view the hardcore raw data and make sure their numbers mesh up. No, they're just giving us what they think it is. And so they said based upon the hashtag Ohio early vote, something like that, Ohio vote. Based on that hashtag, if it was Ohio vote early and Clinton's name was in it, then they would rate that as 1 point. If it was Ohio vote early and Trump's name was in it, they'd score that as 1 point. And they came to the conclusion within the first 24 hours that Hillary Clinton has won Ohio. Yeah, you heard me. Twitter, 26 days out, 25 days, 18 hours, 16 minutes, 21 seconds. Twitter is calling Ohio for Clinton, 75% to Trump's 25%. It's disgusting. I know. It's ridiculous. It's awful. If nothing else, this should push you hard to make you go vote. Not only that, but tell a friend to vote. Folks, I'm telling you, there are people that are still going to sit out. There are people who are already registered to vote. I believe it's too late to register to vote in Ohio. But there are people who are currently registered to vote who are going to sit out. Folks, Talk about this to everybody. Talk about this to your friends and your family. Don't be combative. Don't get involved in discussions and arguments or anything like that at all. Just voice your concern over your American rights to vote, and just vote. Get out the vote, because I'm going to tell you right now, you get people to the polls and they're looking at that ticket. They're going to pull it for Trump. I promise you, they're going to pull it for Trump. There's no way they can look at it and say, you know what? Yeah, Hillary's my gal. I'm going down with Hillary. No, it's definitely not going to happen. So as the title of the show says, and you're not going to believe this, folks, over the middle of the night, WikiLeaks was blowing up, did another email docu-dump, as I like to call it. And I'd say probably around about 3:30 in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, I started to notice that there was a huge dump, and something transpired from that. All right, I'll just tell you about it. I was going to look for the article. In one of the emails, the Podesta emails, Hillary Clinton's camp is talking about her and her dislikes and things, and just kind of going on and on. And lo and behold, it says Hillary Clinton is beginning to hate everyday Americans. You got to hashtag that, folks. Hashtag everyday Americans. I did that for the show. I did it probably about 4 or 5 different tweets this morning. It has to be hashtag that, everyday Americans. Hillary Clinton hates everyday Americans. It's true. I mean, just look at her. She hates a lot. She's calling Trump supporters deplorable. She's calling Trump supporters irredeemable. I mean, just this whole grandiose persona that she has. It's suffocating, and it's absolutely disgusting. And that's just who she is. Something else that came out, this wasn't in the WikiLeaks, but somebody tipped me off to this about Hillary's campaign schedule. We are 26 days out, 25 days, 18 hours. We're 26 days out from the election. Yesterday was 27, and that's when I was researching this. So 27 days out to the election. How many days, excluding the 19th, next Wednesday, which is the third and final debate, excluding the third and final debate, how many days would you think that Hillary will make a personal appearance, campaign stop, something where she's in the flesh and blood, if she still really is flesh and blood and not some kind of robo-bot? 26 days now. You can go on our website. You can fact check this very easily. One. She is going to appear once. When is that? Today, the 13th. One time, the 13th of October, and the next 26 days, she's going to appear on the 13th. And then next Wednesday, she's supposed to be at the debate. Apparently, she needs an entire 6 to 7 days to sleep it off, or 6 days to sleep it off, or recover, pumped up with chemicals and drugs and methamphetamine, whatever they're giving her to keep her alive. She needs to take the next 6 days off so that she can appear in the debates on the 19th. And then from the 19th to the 8th, the 9th, the next day, I imagine election day, she will appear and cast her vote. Now, that's what a lot of candidates do. A lot of media follow them around that day, and, a lot of the candidates will have their compound, and they'll be around the TV set, or they might be at a campaign stop or a big convention type arena. So from the 19th to the 8th of November, that entire 2 weeks, 19 days, entire 2 weeks, she's going to be somewhere, but she's not going to be on the campaign trail. She's not going to be at holding rallies or events. I'm dumbfounded. I'm beside myself with this. I believe Michelle Obama slated for a couple of events. Bill Clinton slated for a couple of events. And if you know anything about the Clintons and Bill Clinton being at these events, all of them are going wrong and they're going bad, and there's literally nobody showing up to them. Some of the pictures of some of the most recent events of Hillary's, less than 500, 400, 300, very, very small amount of people showing up. It's sad. Sad, very sad. We can't let the media win. We can't let Hillary win. We cannot allow this to go down this way. We've got to stay vigilant. We got to stay on top of this, and you've got to get the hashtag out, Everyday Americans, because that's who we are. Trumpocrats on Twitter, follow them at Trumpocrats. They are they're the everyday American. They're Democrats that love America and have seen the error of their ways, if you will. They've seen that the Democrats have done absolutely nothing but destroy the America that we all know and love. Follow them, Trumpocrats. It's a super PAC. They're really pushing hard for Trump, and I love what they're doing. So that being that, okay, let's get into some of the other things that's going on with Hillary Clinton. This was on Fox News last night, and I really enjoy these little sound bites that Fox puts up on Twitter. Got to follow them. They're doing a good job. Some places. Apparently, Megyn Kelly's still having her personal issues with Trump. And she's also now hashing it out, throwing words back and forth with Sean Hannity on Twitter. God bless her. She feels left out. But take a listen at this soundbite having to do with Hillary Clinton, her emails, her criminal history, her criminal background, just all of it.
And I want to get back to the special prosecutor thing, because this is interesting to me. And, I hear the concerns about, oh, this sounds threatening, or this sounds third world dictatorship-like. I got to tell you, Marianne, it sounds like a third world dictatorship to me when somebody gets away with this stuff. Anywhere else in the world, you cannot delete emails when they have been requested by the government.
Okay, so what is that all about? Yes, folks, you're hearing it first right here on Smyth Radio. Unless you were up last night looking at the WikiLeaks docu-dump, there's some breaking news. Yes, Hillary Clinton deleted her own emails. That's right. Hillary Clinton's emails were subpoenaed, and under subpoena, Hillary Clinton, through WikiLeaks and the exposure of Leon Podesta's emails, shows that Hillary Clinton did, in fact, delete her own emails. It's a nail in the coffin, if you ask me. That's it. Not only that, but there's another article. There's an article that's out. I got this off Breitbart, but you're going to see more and more of this stuff. And I know we talked about this on Smyth Radio maybe about a year ago, that there were people in the FBI, in the agency, that were ready to come out and push for, I guess there's another level that you can take a situation, or you can bypass, I don't know if you can bypass Comey, who is, again, Comey is part and parcel of, tied to the Clinton Foundation. I know people like to say, oh, he's a Republican. No, pay to play. Comey's in with the Clintons. But this article that came out yesterday, high-level officials in the FBI are coming out and they're absolutely appalled with Comey not recommending a special prosecutor, not recommending charges for Hillary Clinton. I mean, they're so beside themselves that they're coming out verbally and expressing this. So look for that. That's to come. I know the last debate, Trump made a comment, did say to Hillary Clinton, he said, when I'm president, I'm going to appoint a special prosecutor to look into your emails. I know he said that. Everybody roared. We got excited. I loved it. I thought it was the greatest thing he probably ever said. However, throw some cold water on it. Throw some ice on it. Kellyanne Conway, she made the comment on Twitter, said, no, that was just hyperbole. That was just him. That was just Donald Trump saying what he's saying. I don't know. We'll have to see. Maybe they will. Maybe they won't. Maybe Comey gets replaced. They put somebody else head of the FBI or head of, investigations, and maybe somebody else reopens this investigation in another form, fashion, or manner. We definitely need to get rid of Loretta Lynch, who was appointed by Barack Obama to replace Eric Holder. Loretta Lynch grew up with Barack Obama in Chicago. Eric Holder, part and parcel of the same cut of the same cloth. They're all evil, despicable, all out for one thing, and it's bad. It's definitely not in America's best interest. And I wanted to play this soundbite for you yesterday. Speaking about Hillary and speaking about the debate, I wanted to play this soundbite for you yesterday, and I'm not sure if I did or not, but I want to do it again. It's been going around. It's been kind of viral. I'll just set it up for you real quick. What it is, it's during the debate when Hillary is just kind of rambling on about, thank goodness Trump isn't, president. He doesn't have the reins. And she's rambling. And right after she rambles, Trump responds. And then somebody has made this into a meme. And you'll get the gist of it. Just check this out real quick.
It's just awfully good that someone with the temperament of Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country.
Because you'd be in jail.
And so sunglasses fall down over Trump's eyes with sparkles in them, diamonds in the sunglasses, and bars come down over Hillary Clinton. So it's just those little things, they make me laugh. I love those little things. It's good times, right? Good times. So, okay, back to the issues at hand. Stick to the issues. We talked about only one show to the election for Hillary Clinton. Apparently she needs to rest. Out of the next 26 days, she needs 24 days of rest, apparently. Hillary hates everyday Americans. It came out in the WikiLeaks. Hashtag everyday Americans. Hillary did delete. She did delete her own emails while under subpoena. Oh, that's the biggest thing that's come out. Not the biggest thing, but it's a repetitive thing that it keeps coming out over and over and over and over again. Hillary's connections and I don't want to say connections, but her link to CNN, MSNBC, CBS, ABC, NBC, the mainstream media, MSM, mainstream media, if you ever see that hashtag on Twitter, mainstream media, all the mainstream media, it keeps showing a pattern over and over and over again. They keep asking Hillary, what would you like us to print? What would you like us to ask? It's now come to light that Hillary has had all the answers and all the questions to anything that was ever going to be asked in any kind of debate, the run-up with Bernie Sanders. Sanders were sunk at the very beginning, and I don't even know if Sanders really wanted to win. And I've said it here on this show before, when you run for president of the United States, you literally make money. It's a huge money-making event for you, whether you win or lose. even if you lose, some of these candidates for the Republicans, like Rick Santorum and Scott and some of the other, Chris Christie, the Bush, Cruz, they're all out of it. Whatever money they had raised and hadn't spent, it's all theirs to keep 100% lock, stock, and barrel. So if you had, like Ted Cruz in Indiana, you saw very quickly you were going to lose. And so you move on, and you can see the writing on the wall. So you stop paying for ads, you stop this, you stop that, you stop everything. And in the end, when it's all done and said, you come to the table, you cancel your campaign, you apologize to all your friends and your family, and you walk away with a cool $10 million. I don't know how much it was. Some people walked away with hundreds of thousands. Some people walked away with millions of dollars. It's a game. Don't get me wrong, it's a game. So back to Bernie Sanders. Win or lose, Bernie Sanders was going to win no matter what. Even if Hillary Clinton had to pay him off. And she's probably already paid him and compensated him for the situation at hand, and for him not to get upset about the fact that WikiLeaks shows that they sacked him. Okay. Tim Kaine. Tim Kaine, back in the day, stepped down and moved out of the way to make way for Debbie Wasserman Schultz to take and run the DNC. This was after Obama stole it from her. She wanted to make sure this time around that she was guaranteed going to win the ticket and be the ticket holder. Debbie Wasserman Schultz, DWS, made that happen. WikiLeaks showed it. Day of the convention, the Democrat convention, Debbie steps down. That very day, Hillary Clinton hires her for her campaign. And lo and behold, Tim Kaine shows up as VP. I know, it's absolute insanity. There's also a video out of Tim Kaine back in the day running for his seat. And he's railing against illegal immigration. It sounds great, right? No, it does. It sounds great. Well, you have to take that guy to the woodshed because that don't fly. Law don't go around here, law dog. And so Tim Kaine has completely 100% flip-flopped on his illegal immigration stance. He railed against illegal immigration, went down to the stats, how it's hurting jobs, hurting people, on and on and on. Well, he's now running on a ticket that is pro-illegal immigration, bring in Syrians, refugees to the tune of, increase of 500%. Bring them in faster than Obama could possibly do it. There's some new numbers out saying that by the end of the fiscal year 2017, Obama will have ushered in nearly 20,000 refugees. Not possible to vet them. Don't know if they're terrorists or not. Batten up the hatches, lock the doors, put away your wives and your children. There are going to be rapists out there in the form of illegal, well, illegal now, but Syrian refugees who are Islamic Muslims that are taught you take what you want, especially when it comes to women. Women are slaves, they're property. That's how it is in that culture. Sorry, folks. It's true. Something else Hillary's been doing, and this came out a day or two ago, and let me explain this for the folks of you that don't know. A super PAC, and bear with me, there are folks that listen that may not know or hear the word super PAC thrown around. So just let me go over it real briefly. A super PAC, PAC, Political Action Committee, PAC. Super PAC is separate from a candidate. They may endorse a candidate, but the candidate doesn't endorse them, and the candidate by law cannot operate and run a super PAC. Donald Trump set up his campaign, and he has to operate within the laws of that campaign. He can't accept donations exceeding X amount of dollars. We saw Dinesh D'Souza. He gave $20,000, asked his two of his friends to give $20,000 each. They did, and subsequently Dinesh D'Souza paid his friends back the money that they donated for a specific campaign. By law, that's violation. The judge did say to Dinesh, are you serious? You don't have to tell me this. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to get you in jail, throw you in jail. Sometimes pleading the fifth, sometimes that's best. Anyways, I digress. Okay, so super PACs, they operate with different rules and different regulations, and they raise money, and they use that money and spend that money on helping a candidate get elected without that candidate's approval or assistance. So it's like setting up a company and building or buying ads, nothing but advertisements, positive advertisements for Donald J. Trump. Yet Trump has nothing to do with you, and you have nothing to do with him. Or taking out ads, and there are super PACs out there on the Clinton side, or for Democrats, for Clinton, that do nothing but take out negative ads on Trump. $51 million in negative ads, I believe, in the month of September, and Hillary literally lost 10 points in the race. Go figure. Money well spent? If you were for Trump, yes, it would be. Okay, so that's what political action committees do, super PACs. Federal law states that you cannot collude with a super PAC. And the reason why, let me put it this way. Imagine you have two bank accounts. These two bank accounts cannot intermingle with each other. They're two completely separate entities. And you got to keep them separate because they play by separate rules. If you combine them together, then you combine your money together and the rules conflict. That's about as plain as I can put it. So, by federal law, you cannot collude with super PACs. What do you think Hillary's doing? Yes, of course. You know it and I know it. She's colluding with super PACs. Yes, it's a violation of federal law. This woman has broken every single law known to man. I'm dumbfounded by all these laws. She's above the law. She even said it. She said it in an interview on CNN. She's like, "There's two different rules. There's rules for me, and there's rules for other people." I mean, she says it. So, let's get to Mike Pence real quick. Here's Mike Pence.
A, the only poll that matters is going to be finished on November the 8th. B, there's something going on in America right now. The people that you speak for with such a clarion voice, the people you so affectionately call the folks have had it with the direction of this country. They're tired of an America, apologizing to our enemies, abandoning our friends. They're tired of a weak and listless economy. 156,000 jobs created in September, a 1% growth economy. People know we can do better.
Yeah, well, the polls show that too.
I got to tell you, this is a movement of the...
Okay, I mean, he said it right there. Wow, it's the fast 30 minutes I'll ever spend anywhere, folks. There's a lot of information I'm trying to get out to you. We're counting the days down to the election. Get out and vote. Encourage your friends to vote. Don't tell them who to vote for. Encourage them to vote. Tonight is the pep rally, the big, huge rally for Donald J. Trump in Cincinnati. Hashtag Trump in Cincy. Gonna Periscope that. Gonna be down there watching all the people line up miles and miles around, coming for miles around. And we might even get some protesters.
With unfathomable power.
What kind of power?
Unfathomable. It's without fathom.